How's it going, Timmy? What's good, bro? Yeah, Saturday night is always dead. I don't even know why I do these anymore. It's a fucking complete and utter waste of time. Hang on a sec. How's it going, Timmy? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? Sorry about that. Westy, how's it going, man? Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm pretty chill. Nice early start to the fight card tonight. I didn't realize how early it was on, but I will take it. I think it all kicks off about 8 p.m. So I had to readjust the schedule a little bit. Hope everyone's doing real well. Good fucking evening. How's it going, Timmy? How's it going, Westy? I hope everyone's well. JP, how's it going, man? I managed to get my picks in on your website at the last minute. I'm doing the whole one and done, seeing how that goes for me. There are so many people in that league now; it's getting crazy. How's it going, B7? What's good, my man? All is good. I've had a fairly chill day, somewhat. Looking forward to one of the shittest cards on paper ever contrived. Kind of counts. Ever conceived, I think is a better word there. My brain is not working today, apparently. But I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend so far. The boy making a comeback. It looks like the website's doing really well. Oh, my video you posted. How's it going, Andy B? Andy B, I was a little bit confused. I thought I got a message from you. I'm not sure if it was you or not. I think you might have an impersonator. Wales just got smashed by England, so extremely depressed. Well, I assume you're referring to the rugby, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been getting piped out by everyone these days. So I don't think it was that much of a surprise. How you doing, Juice Man? What's good, my G? Repping with Easy E as always, you fucking legend. Yep, early at 6 a.m. Sunday here. I woke up early and read a short stack on the difference in decades being really noticed. That's sort of a sentence. Kind of counts. First day wearing shorts here. Fucking hell, that's a seminal event. We are a long way off wearing shorts around here. We get to wear shorts about 4 weeks of the year. 4 beautiful weeks of sunshine. And then we go back to putting on as many layers as possible. In all the decades over 100 years, but the last 20, I'm so confused. Yeah, Easy E was a fucking legend. Died of AIDS, didn't he? I wonder how he got that. Discuss. But yeah, good to have you here, boys. I think it's gonna be a nice chill one. I'm probably gonna stay on for I don't know however long I can tolerate you fuckers. And then I doubt I'll watch to the end of this card. Can't be fucked. Cold Art, how's it going, bro? That's one way to enter the chat. It's true. I don't know why a fake account. It's because you're a legend, Andy B. That's what it is. People want some of that Andy B aura. You know, they want to steal some of that aura. Imitation is the best form of flattery. So take it as a compliment. I remember when my Twitter started doing quite well, and I had 2 accounts that popped up with my name. I was buzzing. I was like, the fact that somebody would waste their time impersonating me is just wonderful. I'm in shorts and it's raining outside, but still, see, but Australians, you guys are built differently. I don't think Australians are aware of what long pants are, and power to you. Dre Day is the easy E diss. I mean, Easy E, yeah, is one of those guys, you know, where you're like, don't judge a book by its cover. Sounded like a complete and utter fruit pie, but a very dangerous son of a bitch. Was definitely taking it in the arse, though. If you got AIDS in the 1980s, you were definitely fucking dudes on the sly. R.I.P. Easy E. How's it going, Grimy? You son of a bitch. Good to see you here, bro. It's really nice to have anyone here on a Saturday. Can be quite a quiet, and especially with this card as well. I mean, Guru's videos now regularly get, if they don't get 100,000 views, it's wild. His breakdown of this card didn't even hit 80 the last time I checked. We're up to 59 Fahrenheit. Fucking hell, mate. It's bikini weather, that is. In England, it's time to break out the deck chairs and the the little drinks with the umbrellas in them. Don't know if you understand Fahrenheit. I do, bruv. I'm English. I'm English. We're educated around here. Maximum offense intended. Andrew B. Which one are you again? The calm guy from Jules chat with the beard. Andy B is an enigma. That's all I can describe Andy B as. Easy's voice is iconic. Often imitated, never duplicated. 100% Easy motherfucking E. Definite fruit bat though. How you doing, Crystal Miller? Is that 35 degrees centigrade? It must be centigrade. I mean, Fahrenheit, you'd be dead pretty much. Watch the women's fights all go under 1.5. I've stayed away from all of them. I've got a little parlay on, but nothing too. I've just gone with the obvious ones. Again, none of these fights are really screaming out to me. I'm sure Giuliano will tell you different. I've got UFC is coming to my state since 2000. Which state is that, sir? Sorry if I forgot. I'm sure you've told me that. Oh, in the Corey Sandhagen Figgy card. That's a great fight. Who you got for that one, by the way, Cayman? I'm assuming you're gonna. Damn. Yeah, that's cold. Did you heard that I deleted all of my channel and it's gone now? I heard, yeah, because I got a message from you and it had like 40 subscribers on it, and I thought that's not Andy B. I assumed just from that it was a fake Andy B, and I haven't been able to pull your channel up as well, so that explains it. Juice man, how old are you, bro? You sound my age. We're all my age in here. Old dusty cunts. If you know who Easy E is, you're definitely waking up in the middle of the night to take a piss. Which started happening to me about 5 years ago. But yeah, Cayman, I'm assuming you're going to go to that card. I mean, the London card's happening next week, and my boy in the chat here, who actually JPO, who actually owns Silk Pajamas, offered me a free ticket, and the card is such a piece of shit that I couldn't even accept a free ticket. As soon as I saw Molly McCann on that main card, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to even waste the train fare to London. You feel me? Absolute disgrace. And that main event doesn't really do anything for me as well. I'm so glad I didn't pay a shitload of money for that card, thinking it would have been JDM and Leon, because I would have been pissed. You're a 90s baby. Well, I myself was born in the 80s, but I'm basically a 90s child. All right, my childhood was in the 90s, but my whole like aura feeling is deep in the 80s. I feel like things went downhill once 1990 started. And now it's just crashed and burned completely. Anyone got any locks for me tonight? Which seat is the best in a UFC fight? I would argue it's not in the front. I got front row tickets, well, near enough front row. I was on the 4th row of UFC 304. I couldn't see hardly anything. I had a camera in front of me as well, which was a bit unlucky. But you can't see shit. I think like the best view you can get, mate, is upper tier, first row. You know how you got the floor seats and then you got where the first row goes up? That's where you want to be. Because you can see over the cage, but then you're kind of close enough to see what's going on. You know, where they don't look like little stick men that are just kind of bouncing off each other. That's what you want. I tried to watch Jules last night. I'm more interested in his lives when he talks shit and looks at other stuff than his prediction vids. I told him to. Glad this one is a talking live, Frankie. Yeah, man. I don't really do betting predictions anymore. I haven't even had time to do, I haven't even had time to do some with the boys, like when S-Dogs does them and Crossover does them. Usually I'd do a little, like, tag along for those. I haven't even had time. Work's been fucking me up. I always assume that everyone's my age, which is obviously wildly inaccurate. Anything between, like, 20 and 50, I think, is the demographic in here. Heterosexual, red-blooded males. A few of us are swinging in and out of the closet, but it is what it do. Nothing wrong with that. Juice Man, you were born in the wrong decade. The decade to be born in was the 80s, and I'm feeling that despite the fact that death is ever closer. I feel sorry for people born in this generation with all that AI bullshit, and this planet's going to be taken over by AI bots in the next, well, 5 years probably. We're all fucked. At least I managed to get some at least I managed to smash my way through half of the world before I go out. At least I had my fun. Like the last the you know, the moment that the light your life flashes before your eyes, I'm just gonna have like multiple vaginas just flashing up. Maybe one or two dicks in there again, but we all know how I roll. Hell yeah. The 80s when they were first coming up with the magnetic railgun. The 80s was a beautiful time. I think the music, I think the movies, I think everything was just they just had it. There was something special about that era. And if you were born in that era, you kind of understand. Because if you were watching, if you were a child in the 90s, you were basically watching stuff from the 80s because I couldn't afford cable TV when I was growing up. So I had a lot of like old VHS type tapes. That's how I used to watch anything. And it was all like stuff that people had got like sick of. It was like 80s shit. And then of course I started bootlegging cable like the legend I am. But yeah, mostly 80s stuff was the way to go. Crystal bringing the big guns in with her first comment. Crystal always comes with a thunder. Hey Andrew, buddy, if I remember correctly, I think you're 5 days older than me. Same star sign. That makes up. What's up, you busted out? Oh, Colton, you fucking know how to enter a chat, my friend. How you doing, you little pervert? Do you know what, Juice Man? I will give it to you. Yeah, the 90s was still good, but I feel like that's where things started to taper off. You know, but the 80s, the 2000s is where shit really hit the fan. What's up, fucking Andrew Nance? You fucking legend. I love having Andrew Nance in my chat. It makes me feel important. Fucking love you, Andrew. I love both Andrews. We've got two legendary Andrews in here. Hello, Frank. Thoughts on the 3 out of 4 women's MMA fights on the prelims? I'll be honest with you, Lane. It didn't really occur to me until you've just said it. But I mean, to be fair, I know none of the fights on these card really tickle my balls. I mean, we've got a rematch that nobody asked for. There's a couple of decent fights on the card. I mean, I think I'm going to be catching an early night on this one. I'm not even going to lie. I've got money on all the way up to the main event, and I don't even think that's going to be enough to inspire me to stick around for this piece of shit. I'll keep it real. But I'm with Grimy though. We could get some. The ladies are gonna have to come out. They're gonna have to come out swinging today. Like the stream, by the way, fuckers. My bad. I keep forgetting to remind everyone. Like the fucking stream. Yeah, they're gonna have to come with the thunder. I literally care about nobody on this card, and I'm kind of a big Vettori fan. I enjoy him, and the comment he made about how he's been doing Latina booties in his spare time just makes me just happy. Now, Colton, I'm not live for all the fights. I might stick around for a little bit, maybe one or two of the fights, but I don't really do watch alongs. I'm lazy. It makes me not enjoy the fights. Like I can't sit back and enjoy the card while I'm watching them because I end up not watching and talking to you lot, and it's just a waste of time. And it's 6 hours of just sitting here. I can't be asked. And the thing is, yeah, Colton, yeah, I used to do watch alongs like a year ago, but I used to get blind drunk for all of them, and then I would just I ramble more than I do now. But I would just say the most racist, sexist shit. The real me would come out during those streams. But now you don't even get the amusement of me basically crashing out drunk on stream. You don't get the enjoyment of that. I've suspected it for a while, but I got somehow anecdotal confirmations. Hang on a second. Sorry, I missed the first part of that because we do need context. You want to hear something crazy? I talked to a girl from the Congo. She said that the Brontosaurus is still alive, that her parents have seen it. Is that a euphemism? That her parents have seen it. She sounds crazy. You should fuck her immediately. You should tap that immediately. We know how crazy goes. That sounds awesome. You should get a bottle of whiskey out now, maybe some ice. Um, I've been off the alcohol for 6 months, and I've been miserable every single day of it. I'm a drinker, I miss it. Frankie, do people pay dollars to send their kids to that school you work at? They fucking do, mate. The school makes an ungodly amount of money. If you saw my paychecks, you would be sick. I'm gonna be honest with you, mate, I'm not worth it. The long-necked dino, yeah, they're running about. They're running about. I'm surprised that no one's brought this up sooner. Roman and Alessiu are really my only high confidence. You're betting on Roman Dolidze. Interesting. Now I'm worried because I bet against him. I love Marvin Vettori, and Marvin Vettori beat him before, didn't he? Which I guess should make me even more worried. He's probably overlooking him. I think Marvin Vettori has taken the requisite right amount of time off. And while Marvin Vettori is not very skilled at all, he's a 5-round fighter and he's a Chad. I think he's going to beat Roman Dolidze, and he's got good takedown defense as well. You deserve to have a drink. Andy B, you terrible influence. I suspect it's going to be coming. As soon as I finish work, about 2 weeks from now, I'm going away for a couple of weeks. It's very likely that I'll start getting smashed again. There's so much weird shit in the Congo. Brontosauruses, though, I'm not sure on one of them. Crystal, you're welcome. A layered comment like that deserves its kudos. That's crazy. Kids playing with shit and teachers losing fingers sounds like a movie. That's just the tip of the iceberg, mate. The only reason why I haven't gone fully in to the stuff that I've seen there is because I'm worried that somebody that I work with is going to find out that I have a YouTube channel and is going to realize I've been revealing confidential shit about the place, and I'll end up getting in trouble. However, I've never named the institution where I work at, so I should be in safe hands. And to be fair, I never will. I'm not that unprofessional. Marvin's shoulder and long layoff have me worried. I think he needed it. He was getting dog walked for quite a bit, and Vettori relies a lot on his chin. He needed some time off. And to be fair, he's been smashing hoes, so I'm sure he's been in the right frame of mind. I think he's going to do all right. Roman Dolidze's been dealing with Cheyenne Vlismus and her fat mouth for the last year and a half. No, she's got the baby. She's probably yapping in his ear, making him run errands for her and all that shit. She's probably a nightmare to live with. I favor the guy who's waking up with some random slut every day than someone who has to deal with that bullshit every day. A new crying baby, all that shit. I'm going for the Italian Chad with the great takedown defense. Sup, Frankie, my pale blood drinking creature of the night. How you doing, Gaz Ninja? I thought I was looking a little bit more tanned today. I could get a tan off a light bulb. Frankie, have you been to a Cage Warriors event, and how much are the tickets? I have not been to a Cage Warriors event, but I've looked into it. They're not expensive. You can get very decent tickets for about $100. Yeah, I think Vettori will win too, but I'm playing the odds in UFC when they should be closer. It seems to work out. The issue that I've got is like it seems too obvious to pick Vettori. For some reason in 2025 and at the back end of 2024, whenever I pick the obvious people, they always end up losing. But like I said, I'm only betting small amounts these days. I'm not fully in like I used to be. Just wait till you have a couple of smart kids that figure out that brake fluid and Clorox bleach does. What does that do? I'm not very good at chemistry. I'm a fun uncle to my 4 grandkids and 3 more, so that's why I'm not doing it anymore, but grandkids? Grandkids? Marvin is only 31, it's not that surprising. I mean, Marvin, I've got a lot of time for. He really made me laugh during the whole, like during the him and Paulo Costa's back and forth was fucking hilarious to me. I really enjoyed it. Cage Warriors tickets are like $50. Yeah, to get standard seats, you're looking at $50. If you're looking at near the front row, which you shouldn't sit at anyway, you're looking at about 75 to 100 last time I checked. I picked Big Hank Marvin. Grimy, I was playing ESPN Bets video for a minute on my live stream the other day, and I was telling chat, Ian Parker just gets roasted every video in the comments when I open the comments up. Ty Bets, congratulations on the way on the soaring nature of your channel. I don't know how you're doing it, but congratulations, you fucking ledge. Seems like he's been around so much longer, don't it, Tim? Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about greatest chins in UFC history, Marvin Vettori has to be up there because he's taken some literal beatings. The beating he got from Jared Cannonier was nasty, and he fucking dove through that shit like the Chad he is. He's gonna get knocked out one day though. I just don't think it's gonna be today. It's not gonna be Roman fucking Dolidze, I'll tell you that much. Brake fluid and Clorox bleach when mixed will set off every. Who figures this shit out? We're definitely going to a Cage Warriors event when I'm there in the summer. We have to, mate. We have to. Make a list and let's get on it. He will bring me on to apologize for his shitty bets one day. Marvin's wardrobe choice at the presser was offensive. When someone dresses like that, though, you can tell they get it in. You can tell they get it in. Timmy, I don't know what's going on with the UFC this year, but the cards have not been floating my boat. I don't think we've had one knockout card this year. We've had one or two that look stacked, but nothing's really done it for me. We had that one card where we had a knockout every minute, but it was like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of apathetic. I've been saying this for a while. Last year, I think we peaked, and I was complaining then as well. So I'm clearly never going to be happy. Yeah, we did that, and we got 2 weeks off school because they had to fix all the water damage. You see, this is what I'm saying. Providing a service for your fellow classmates is just beautiful. I wish somebody had done that in my school. I wish somebody had set fire to the fucking building. That was one thing about the 80s. The guys who dressed and had chick hair got the most pussy. What a decade. Yeah, it was a time for being effeminate and kind of getting away with it and having just dressing like a fucking, well, a chick. You've summed it up pretty much. Androgynous is what they called it then. DDP Hamza, Ilya Islam, and possibly Jones Aspinall might look forwards. Well, if Jones and Aspinall actually fight, which is looking very possible right now, I'm going to be out a nice sum of money. I'm still banking very, 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 very slightly on Jones running away or booking the fight and then running away. But DDP Hamzat will be fun. But then I'm worried because I think Hamzat's probably going to win. And I've been saying for like 3 years that he's never going to be a champion. So that's going to be more egg on my face. We had a good fight night card, but I think the Cejudo and Song one was a really good card, but then the main event just let it down. Yeah, I've got a cheeky list going on. I'm so hyped. I agree UFC's been some weak shit lately, it seems. It has. It's just but the thing is that I've been watching MMA every weekend for like 12 years now. And eventually it's just going to be like, oh, well, it's the storylines that make, and I think that's where UFC is fucking up these days. There's not enough interesting storylines. I feel like we've kind of been robbed of that a little bit lately. Nowadays, you have people doing surgery to switch everything up. I mean, we're like 10 years away from not knowing what a man and a woman is. Race being irrelevant, gender being irrelevant, and we're not even going to know when someone's a robot. This is the future we're all facing. Cayman, UFC will rig it for Hamza and Islam. Jones will fake an injury in training. Timmy, this is how I know you're my guy. I think John Jones takes the Aspinall fight. I think Giuliano is going to be dancing like the little goblin that he is, waiting to get his money. And then John Jones is going to pull out and say he retires. I think that's going to be it. Boom. Done. Job done. Who's fighting in Cage Warriors 185? I have it loaded up and ready to watch when you came on. I didn't even know Cage Warriors was on tonight. I'm kind of a bit of a casual. But I think you're right, Tim. I think Hamza and Islam, they're gonna have to be murdered in there to lose. It will be kind of the ones where if they're knocked out, if they're laid out flat, the ref will still be like, they'll still somehow rig it in their favor. That's probably what helped me slay even more in high school because I dressed like George Michael without the gayness, though. Sure you did, buddy. You can't dress like George Michael without some of the gayness. Glad you're still in chat, Andrew. Hell yeah, Andy. Andy, I hope you make a comeback, and we're all here for it. I'm a 90s baby, but I cooked that shit from the 80s. I'm the same because I was 6 years old when the 80s was over, or 5 really. So I can't say I was an 80s child. But then during the 90s, like I said, I was watching all that 80s shit. Frankie, would you fuck a robot? Wow, you just gone straight for it, haven't you? Depends on how drunk I was. Would I fuck a robot now? No. But let's leave that question open for a decade or so. I mean, to be fair, if it's less chatting, same experience, why the fuck not? I can see some advantages to it. I'm not gonna rule it out. Bro, I'm barely interested in tapping that ass now. In 10 years from now, I'm gonna be dead from the waist down. I don't think there's anything left for me. I've got Lima, Musasa, Vallejos, Najagajai, and Blackshear in my parlay. I don't know who. All right, I'll put it this way. I know who they are. Lima's a cheating little cunt, as Brutally Honest highlighted very, very eloquently on his channel a little while back. So that cunt's definitely going to win. Musasa's a really heavy favorite, and so's Vallejos. Ngozai could be a fraud. He's 10-0, I think, from the last time I checked. Blackshear should win as well. But he's fighting that math teacher, right? Who's actually quite mustard. What's his name again? Cody something. Oh yeah, we know about you, Cole, and you'd stick your dick in fucking anything, mate. And I respect it. Robots and ladyboys. Yep, that's the future. Lima by decision. I wish we could do overs on how many eye pokes Lima does. That's what I'm looking for. How you doing, Aaron Capricorn? What's good, my man? What are your prelim picks? I'm interested to hear. Or have you already told me? Yeah, when boxing is mogging it lately. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with my channel lately. My boxing shorts have been fucking murdering it. Very little effort on my part, I'll have you say. But I've been bigging up this Eubank Ben fight. And some of my shorts have been doing some really nasty work. I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with myself. Vallejos by KO TKO round 2. Cortez Acosta decision. You decision. Musasa KO TKO. Luciano decision. Lima decision. Cachoeira decision. Dubin. That's very specific, sir. To be honest here, I don't hate any of those. I don't. The only thing for me that might scupper Lima is if they actually catch him, because he's gonna cheat. Lima is a cheating cunt. He's gonna poke some eyes 100%. The question is he gonna get caught or not? That's gonna be the only thing. Because I would, if there was a prop to put money on Lima losing a point, I'd be looking at that. I watched him while I shit, Frankie. I really needed to know that. Guess that's why they call you grimy. My friends bought me a purple blow-up alien with 3 tits for my 30th. It's the only time I ever rooted a blow up doll. I tried, but after 30 seconds, just laughed and stopped. I wouldn't have even made it 30 seconds, mate. So power to you. Talk about showing off. Yeah. A whole 30 seconds. Sometimes just first poke and I'm, "Gah!" It's not my fault the gun goes off sometimes, you know. I'm joking. My stamina is amazing. Ask your mums. I don't know 20% of the fighters on this card. That is, I mean, you're still a hardcore, to be fair. Chef Rando, how you doing, my G? Yes, Lima is a cheating cunt. Absolute scumbag. Absolute scumbag. The video that Brutally Honest MMA did on him, I actually didn't notice it. This is what a masterful cheating cunt he is, yeah. I didn't even notice it. I didn't notice what a cheating cunt he was until Brutally pointed it out. And that's a next level cheating cunt. When you can do it and get away with it like a complete G. So props to Lima, I guess. But I think they're onto him and I think he's gonna get caught this time. By the way, fuckers, like I said, if you are here, we've got 28 people in here and 12 likes. Fucking What's good, fool? My fucking G. How you doing? Cleaning the gun and it went off. Likely story. Yeah. I've got no shame about it. In fact, if you're a woman, you should take it as a compliment. If I'm like first poke in and the gun goes off, power to you. Well done. That's a magical vagina you've got there, and you should be proud of yourself. Time to go to sleep. Let yourself out. I'm making myself sound like a right catch right now. There's a queue forming outside right now as we speak. Crystal, no, I didn't come in it. Just stopped because it was absurd. I mean, Tim, the fact that you realized it was absurd 30 seconds in is interesting to me. But again, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Andy, see you later, buddy. I hope like I said, I hope your channel makes a comeback sooner rather than later, man, because I miss your shorts. And I hope everything's really well at home and everything, bro. Much love. What fight are you most excited for? I like Aleski Dos Santos and Damon Blackshear. Excited to see Vallejos. I think there's going to be some good fights on the card. It's just no one cares. No one's going to see them. That's the problem. That's the problem. I've been hitting the like. I only hit like for the real ones. Thank God for that. Violate the like button just like Tim violated that free-titted alien. 100%. Fuck, you know, this chat goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? Yeah, peace, Andrew B. I'm full. I'm with you one. I'm looking forward to the co-main. I think I'm actually looking forward to the main event as well. I have bet on Aleski Dos Santos because I think he's actually a way better fighter, but Chidi can bang bang. I'm actually looking forward to Marvin Vettori and Dolidze as well because I think that's going to be a scrap. Is it going to be technical? Definitely not. But it will be fun. You know, fighters don't need to be skilled to be fun to watch. And they will be fun to watch. Just two bin men swinging away. I'm all here for it. So I'm actually when the main card actually starts. In fact, I might just have a nap and wake up when the main card starts. And I bet you I'm going to do that, and I'm going to miss some seriously awesome shit. Because there's something about this card is so mid, like it's so less than mid, that something tells me it's going to be unbelievably epic. Frankie, can you guess who I never hit the like for? You know him. See, this would be really. If I start naming people now, I'm going to seem like a right cunt. But you're welcome to expose them in the chat. You know me, I don't really do that in here. Are you gonna watch BKFC or boxing on April 26th? Are you talking? Well, it's Chris Eubank and we're watching the boxing, mate. I'll be watching well, I'm only gonna watch the main event. I was very, very tempted to go to that fight because it's gonna be huge and there's still tickets available. Brutally was talking about going to it as well. you know? I think it's gonna be one to be there for. BKFC is gonna be on the back burner that night, I'm afraid. Where do you guys watch BKFC anyway? Because I struggle to find viewings of it sometimes. Exactly. Expectations are so low for this card that it can't disappoint, and that's basically where I'm at. That's basically where I'm at on this one. Yeah, when you set the bar this low, but I think the main event will be fun. I think it will be scrappy. Yeah, usually the shit cards turn out to be the best. And I mean, we haven't had that many stat cards this year. It's been disappointment after disappointment. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really give a fuck. I've fallen asleep through multiple cards this year, and I haven't done that in 12 years. I used to make it to the very end, no matter how crummy the card was. Now I'm just like, I'll wake up and then I'll go back and watch it on speed. I've got, if you got Moolah and live in the UK, I would definitely go to Eubank versus Ben. The atmosphere is going to be crazy. It's a stadium fight. The only thing is the rest of the card is going to be absolute shit. And I mean, I do have a decent disposable income, but you're looking at a grand for I'll probably have to pay a grand for somebody else to come with me. Got to get a babysitter that night. Can't be asked, mate. But the one thing is there is going to be a rematch. So then there's the whole thing of going to London. You know, you rent out an Airbnb, it ends up being a rat infested shithole. You got all that to deal with. I don't know if I can be fucked with all that. Fight starting like 30, 40. I would say, I reckon it will start in about 40 minutes, 35 minutes, I'm going to say. Frank, dirty boxing next weekend. Yoel still knocking about that genetic freak. I give props to anyone who gets into a cage with that man. 4 Eastern time, sweet bro. I gotcha. The main card doesn't look that bad for boxing. Lots of British scraps. I mean, I know a fair bit about boxing. I couldn't even tell you who's on the rest of that card. I mean, I haven't looked, but the main event sells itself. And the build up to all of it's been crazy. And it's only what, 6 weeks away? It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, right now they're just talking and talking and talking. Get to the fight already. This is the one aspect about watching any MMA program or boxing program or anything that I just can't tolerate anymore. It's all the yapping. I said ironically. This card will be over 6 hours because there's women's fights. Make it 28 hours. We've discussed this once or twice, Timmy. Honest to God. They read a stat out last week about who's that annoying fucking wait, let me put I want to make sure I've got the right slag here. I think it was during Cat versus Almabayev. Get this, yeah. Who's that bitch? JJ Aldridge, right? So JJ Aldridge has had 12 decisions in the UFC. 12. That's 12 by 3 by 5-minute rounds. Think about how much time that cunt has taken from our lives. Precious time. Life is a valuable commodity, and we've spent, forgive me, my math is not good, but I will do it right now. 12 fights times 3 rounds times 15 minutes. We have spent 540 minutes watching that cunt do nothing. That's the first question. If there is a God, that's the first question God's gonna ask. So you watched JJ Aldridge fight for fucking 540 minutes. Explain. And how do you explain that? Can't. I didn't give the fuck about the early prelims until being in Victoria again. But she's a good technical fighter. This is and this is why. And again, the commentary just makes it worse. I thank baby Jesus, yeah, that we've got people like Dougie's Corner that you can go on and banter with when you're watching the card. Because I cannot listen to Joe Rogan and DC gaslighting about wrestling anymore. I can't. I can't. 540 minutes. 540 minutes, you know. You can't justify that. There is no justifying that. And we've all watched through it. Any one of us who've been watching MMA consistently for 10 years has had those 500, and that's just her. Think about the other slags out there in MMA that have think about collectively how many. 3 fighters missed weight yesterday. Even the fighters don't care about this card. Were any fights scrapped though? Frankie, how many sticks at Dakota Dechiva? And after you bust, do you think she would notice she looks like Paddy? Somebody already ruined that for me. So it would have to be a paper bag job. And I'll be honest here, we've had this discussion before. Yeah, I'm not into like muscular type bodies either. I'm not gay, or at least I'm maintaining that for as long as I can. This closet door is staying well and truly closed. It's 180 minutes, not 540. I'm very sorry. My maths is awful. 180 minutes is still fucking dog shit, mate. How do I work that out badly? Hang on a second. Let me double check. Let me double check this. Because it's 12 fights, right? 12 fights times 3 rounds. So she's had 36 rounds. Am I tripping? Then 36 rounds times 5 minutes equals 180. How the fuck did I get that wrong? You're right. It's 180. All women in Victor. Mate, I can't take it anymore. How you doing, Machua? They do need to do an all women's card so that we can all not watch them. I don't know how I got 540. That was retarded, and I've done that live. I go 2 still probably. One of them has got to be shitted. You dirty fuck. Fair play. I mean, if you're gonna do Dakota Dechiva, you've got to do her in the ass. You'd give her 36 rounds. You'd give JJ Aldridge 36 rounds. That's very generous of you, sir. I've smashed worse. Who am I kidding? JJ Aldridge is a 2, but we all still would. How you doing, Hustle Bones? All this women's MMA talk is getting depressing. Lane had to point it out to me though. She had to tell me that there are that many women's fights on this card. It's a fucking it's mate. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the main event. I think my only chance here, or the main card, my only chance here is to sleep through the preliminary card. Or at least until the second to last fight. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Aaron. This is why we need to just get rid of the women. And Lane is a woman and agrees with this. She hates women's MMA probably even more than I do. It's got to go. I hate women's MMA. It's awful. If Zhang Weili's not on the card, I ain't listening. I'm not interested. I think they should be banished. Who's your favorite boxer of all time? Other than Tyson or Ali, mine would be Lennox Lewis or Marvin Hagler was amazing. I would probably go. This is gonna sound like a mad one, yeah. I'd probably go with Prince Nazim Hamed is the first name that I'm lying. It's Lomachenko. I think somebody asked me this question last week. I love watching Lomachenko fight. I really love Triple G as well, and I love Alexander Usyk. So those would be my different weight class choices 3. Lomachenko, Triple G, Prince Nazim Hamed would be the tiny guy, and Alexander Usyk are my 4 favorite fighters from different weight classes. But back in the day, I mean, Duran, fucking Pacquiao was great to watch. In terms of modern day boxers, those are the 4 I would go with. Lane's a dude, not a dude. At least 3 women's fights occur within the first 4. At least, oh yeah, 4. Do you know what? You make a point. Yeah, that is at least they've spared us with that. So we get like a really long like opening, but you've got to space out your shit breaks. How's it going, Torren? What's good, bro? Chew as a chick. Right back at you, cunt. I ain't even watching today's UFC card. Not that interesting. I knew. JPO. I understand you picking. Calzaghe was amazing. He was a bit of a slap fighter, but he beat so many good fighters. Calzaghe is one of the most underrated guys of all time. Welsh as well. I liked Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton on the mic was great, and Ricky Hatton's body shots were disgusting, but he just wasn't world level. Well, he was world level, but he wasn't elite. But Ricky Hatton was fun as hell. Watching him like tear Floyd to pieces on the mic was entertaining. Lennox Lewis is my favorite boxer. Prince Nazim and Ricky Hatton are up there for me too. Of course. Oh, Sue is amazing as well. Danny Green, I didn't watch too much of. But yeah, I love I'm a big Lomachenko fan. I think Lomachenko is my number one. And Triple G was incredible as well. There are so many. I mean, I shit on boxing all the time, but when boxing's good, it's great. Joe Calzaghe beat everyone. Joe Calzaghe beat fucking what's his name? Roy Jones Jr. as well. Dominated him. Made it look easy. How the fuck did I miss the start of this? How you doing? How you doing, Kerry? What's good, my man? Shout out to Rob's neighbor. I saw your tickling the balls of 800 subscribers. Congratulations to you. I hope you get to 1,000 very, very soon. By the looks of it, I'm not too far from it myself. I've got about 30 subs to go. So if you're new in here, like the fucking stream and sub to the channel, bitches. I used to love boxing and think highly of them until I seen almost all their records are mostly padded. That's the problem you get with boxing. Padded as fuck. Because there's too many promoters, too many organizations. It is what it is. Mike Tyson was up there for me. Early Mike Tyson was amazing. Just a scary fucking son of a bitch. I won heaps of money off the Prince. Prince Nazim was amazing to bet on early because he looked like an embarrassing joke. He looked like somebody who was too flashy for his own good and was going to get chinned sooner or later. If you got on him early, you must have made bank. Calzaghe was undefeated. He was. Calzaghe should be up there in terms of. Calzaghe should be up there in the top 10 boxers of all time. If you look at his record, the way that he shut people down, he was unbelievable. No one talks about Joe Calzaghe. It's because he's Welsh. No one gives a shit. Not sexy enough. I wish the UFC would incorporate Muay Thai like ONE FC, but I guess they won't. But what UFC should do, I agree with you, Aaron. They should do Muay Thai only fights. It should be like that, stand up only. Or what they should do is, I was saying this before when I talked about the BMF being how to make the BMF more interesting. They should make the BMF stand up only. No takedowns allowed. Top of New York, how you doing? Yeah, to see you was, I'm pronouncing that completely incorrectly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My favorite MMA fighters are Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva, Rich Franklin, Rampage Jackson, Uriah Faber, Aldo. Great list. And I know exactly what era you came up in. I think Anderson Silva is who got me into MMA in the first place. He was a guy who when you watch for the first time, you couldn't help but just go, "Fucking hell, this guy's taking the piss." He's taking the piss, and I love that. Yeah, it's a casual answer, but Mike Tyson is top 3 favorite boxer. Also, Mike Tyson is one of the most revered boxers of all time for the right reason. When's the last time you've been to Wales or Ireland? I need to check one when I'm there. I lived in Ireland for 6 months about 2 years ago, and it was amazing. I fucking love Ireland. I'm from there. Rich Franklin's very underrated as well. Calzaghe was 1-3 versus Jeff Lacey and absolutely fucked him. Calzaghe fucked up everybody. He fucked up everybody. Just doing this. And it was unstoppable. So for anyone who ever gets in a fight, just keep slapping your way. Just yeah. That's how you win a fight. Great list, Torrent. I completely agree. Each weight class a BMF stand-up fight. You see, Aaron, you get it, sir. My business partner at 18 was an older guy, Millwall member, and knew someone in his camp. Who is Chunk Liddell? I think he would have been even more famous if he'd gone with Chunk. I've been watching UFC since 2008. I'm not into it like most of these people. And I get that, mate. I'm getting fucking tired of it as well. No offense, Frank, but why are so many UK fighters big mouths? It's part of the culture. Because we don't have guns, so we can talk as much shit as we want. And then when people pull knives out, we can just run away. Do you fuck with Wales? Wales is a beautiful country. Wales is amazing. John Jones and Connor are tied for GOAT. Someone kick this man out. Someone kick this cunt out. Now, all jokes aside, actual casual, you're wrong, but welcome. Welcome. And I love how Welsh people speak. It's just very, very soothing. Cardiff, I love how they talk. No offense, JPO. Obviously, I didn't say it in an offensive way. It's just the Scousers. Scousers are very, very hard to understand, but Scousers are basically like... Scousers are basically Irish people that swam across the channel and thought, fuck it, we'll just stay here. So I've got a lot of time for Scousers. They've got that Irish dirty blood running through their veins. I wish the UFC would get rid of Dana White. He's not good for... I think his time is coming. I think his time is coming. Not soon enough, unfortunately. Frank is brutally honest. Gotta respect it. Yeah, for better or worse, I never sugarcoat. Actual casual is an actual casual. Imagine that. Well, he warned us. He fucking warned us. So fair play to him. John, I can never have somebody as the GOAT who's such a disgraceful cheat. And it's worse than that. I really need to see John. I need to see John Jones get humbled. And I don't think we're going to see it. I think he's too smart. I think he's way too smart to get humbled. And I don't think he takes the Thomas. I think he takes it, like we said, and just runs away. Dana goes, free speech goes with him. There are some benefits to having Dana White around, for sure. And that we're going to lose a lot when he leaves. It's going to be one of those ones where it depends who replaces him. And right now, there's no guarantee we get anyone better. How you doing, Captain Rafusho, my man? Captain Rafusho came on a live stream of ours very, very recently, and it was a fun time. We had a good old natter. And I'm looking forward to doing I'm doing another live panel tomorrow for anyone who's interested. I don't know what it's going to be about because nobody's going to be talking about this fucking card. But I'm thinking what I might do is I might come up with some like general Khabib. Oh God. I'm fine. I'm not crashing out. Oh, wow, that was that. Oh, I nearly had an aneurysm there. Khabib. Oh. I say that because Dana doesn't pay the fighters shit. Nothing. It's not just him though. They're all in on it. If you think it's just Dana White who's up to that shit, you're giving him way too much credit. Way too much credit. Oh, it does rain more in Scotland, but in Scotland it's just way colder in general. Like I said, in England, yeah, we get about 3 weeks of sunshine. And that's it. It's why we have such beautiful white porcelain skin. Check me out. But yeah, open panel. What I'd really like to see on the open panel tomorrow is some of you fuckers getting in here. I'm just gonna throw the camera on, and even if you don't put a camera on, just get a mic going, jump in and talk some of that shit. I'm looking for some person. I heard Jeremy Stevens was coming back. I heard that, and I heard he's booked. It's crazy. I don't know why they got rid of him in the first place. It's mad. Here in CO, we get 3 weeks of cloud. Where's CO? Forgive my ignorance. I'm assuming that's stateside, and I'm being incredibly ignorant right now. Unless you're the same. Are you the same Aaron that we usually get in here, and you're a Flodorian? Nate's going to come back. I can't wait. Before you get too excited, Juice Man, remember how Nate Diaz looked in his last fight? He looked like a geriatric old cunt. Oh, Colorado. I mean, Denver, fuck me, bro. I mean, sorry, I mean, you might not be from Denver, but Colorado is a fucking hot. I mean, sorry, Denver, is Denver the state or is Colorado the state? Anyway, hot as fuck, and the altitude's fucked around there as well, isn't it? If Dana White took away the fighters did make their money by signing the Reebok deal in 2015. Before that, the fighters were able to wear their own shorts. But the thing is, yeah, some of the fighters took the piss by wearing like what they should have done was they should have restricted what sponsors they could use, or said like, look, you can't have like www.bumhole.com or whatever they had on there. You know, all the dildo stuff and the condom. People were taking the piss. But the Reebok deal was one of the biggest scams of all time. Denver is the capital, so Colorado is the state. I'm not retarded. Denver has, and I've heard Phoenix is like that as well. Apparently, Phoenix is hot as fuck as well. I don't know how I would deal with that. I like cold weather. 300 sunny days per year is crazy. Yeah, Gaz, I think it's number one in England. Been a while since I looked it up, but I know Cardiff is top three. I mean, cities in the UK. But greedy Dana White took that away from them. Shake my head. I heard some of these fighters made six figures. Well, you see, Brendan Schaub said that, but I don't think I entirely believe that. Six figures is a mad one. They would definitely be making six figures now, though, if not more. It's like, shout out to skinnybets.com. Do you remember when we got that for a little while? I bet you they banned that shit as well. I bet they said to these guys, if you fucking say that, you're fired. I bet you. I bet you they got prevented from. Is Boulder in Colorado? I thought it was. Without Conor and Khabib, there would probably be no UFC. I mean, if we're gonna get technical, then I mean, we've got to give Ronda Rousey a lot of credit as well because she brought a lot of casuals into the sport as well. But it had to. You could say that like if Forrest Griffin and Matt Bonner didn't have that scrap, that we wouldn't have the UFC. There were loads of seminal moments, and Conor and Khabib was definitely one of them. 100%. But in terms of the GOAT, I mean, in terms of if you're talking about who the GOAT of the sport is and who was the most influential for the sport or who helped the sport grow, that's a completely different conversation. But I'm with you though. They definitely were important. Khabib ain't no GOAT though. Khabib fought 21 taxi drivers. Khabib basically fought 3 elite fighters. And I reckon he retired because he couldn't make 155 anymore. Because if he was so adamant that he didn't want to fight because his dad passed away, which is tragic, and my heart goes out to him, but he fought Gaethje after his dad passed away. So shut up. It's not Matt Bonner, is it? Did I make that up? Stephen Bonner. And he caught me. How you doing, Leroy? I didn't watch early prelims from 2010 to 2024, only in the last 9 months. To be honest, yeah, the prelims, yeah, is where you get some. Shout out to Steve Spiros, by the way, you fucking beauty. And shout out to you, Leroy. It's been a while since I've seen you in here. I'm suddenly feeling a little bit hot around the collar. Whenever Leroy comes in, I usually get fucking flamed. Point is, that makes me a casual too. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not very good at names. But at least I've got the Bonner part, right? So you can all suck my actual. You can suck my dick. If you can find it. Bring a microscope. Hell yeah, I definitely will check Wales out when I'm over there. Thanks, Doc. And sorry for the pasting you got today, but it's been on the cards. Wales haven't won a rugby game in about, well, since my son was born. Let me just double check something up. Oh, Brentford beat Bournemouth. Beautiful. What a day for me. I needed that. All right, sorry, I was saying. Sorry, I've kind of gone behind on the chat here. Yeah, Morton's the Venom kits just want to be Reebok kits. The Venom I've got some Venom apparel and I quite like the I quite like their training pants or jogging bottoms or whatever you call them. But their shirts are not the one, especially if you're not shredded. Tip of the hat to my enemy for life. Frankie's favorite fighter is Matt. Who is Matt Bonner? Did I make that person up? Who's Matt Bonner? Is there a fighter called Matt Bonner? I got the Bonner part right. All right, fuck you. Yeah, Venom. I mean, the Venom, the UFC trousers are all right. They're all right. They've got zips on them. They're not that expensive, and I think they look quite good. But the shirts are not the best. Nothing but love today, Frankie. I've got you over my shoulder for the next few. You fucking legend, Leroy. How are things going over at the Fight Week show? And shout out to those guys over there who are doing a phenomenal job. Their lives have been absolutely goated lately. I've loved every second of it. So shout out to those boys. I need to get on their back time. Matt Bonner played for Oldham Athletic. That wasn't even close. That's just fucking embarrassing. You know, whatever. I can't be perfect all the time, okay? I got gifted with beauty, not brains. Frankie loves the boulders. You damn right I do, sir. Yeah, so it's like you were saying, man. If that fight didn't happen, the UFC would have been dead right there and then. So they deserve a lot of credit as well. The UFC should go back to the sponsored era. Other MMA leagues does it, but I forgot Dana wants all the money to himself. Fuck the fighters. This goes way beyond. Dana White now. Oh, I think the fights are getting ready to start. So I'm gonna pull it up. Here we go. I'm gonna hang around for a little bit. I only wear Yu-Gi-Oh jerseys, just like Bilal, the best current. You've come in here to piss me off, haven't you? Who sent you? Who sent you here, casual? If you start going off about how Juliana Pena is breeding material, I'm gonna have to ban you, bro. That'll be the final straw. Head none and salute to my enemy for life, Leroy. The fighting nerd's the best at shit tattoos. I think Matt Bonner was also an NBA player for the Spurs. This is gonna have legs, isn't it? I'm gonna regret saying this. Anytime Bonner's name comes up now, it's gonna be who? Matt Bonner. Whatever. Frankie, do you know a channel called Proper Boxing? You best fucking believe I do. That guy's amazing. He's actually started doing like interviews and stuff now. That guy is amazing. I watched the pod that he does with those two other lads as well. I love Proper Boxing. Shout out to that guy. If you're a boxing fan, you need to watch Proper Boxing. I'm a big fan of his. He kind of popped up out of nowhere. Like he started his channel like a year ago and he's got like 200,000 subs now. He did the spiel that I was gonna do. I was basically gonna put on a Cockney accent and that be my YouTube persona, but I just couldn't be fucked. And then he swooped in like 6 months later and did it. Absolute cunt. But yeah, that could have been me. Well, actually, no, he's way more talented and better looking and probably more well hung than I am. So fair play to him. Fuck those fighting nerds. Boo traitors, boo nerds. I'm not entirely convinced by the fighting nerds yet. I'm not entirely convinced. I am a very big Gene Silver fan. I think he's going to do very well. I think Cal Baralho has probably reached his ceiling at middleweight. I reckon he gets the Fluffy fight, and I reckon Fluffy beats him. You heard it here first. People are going to call me casual and stupid for that take. I don't care. I'm going to be proven right. Mark my words. I think Prates and Jeff Neal is going to be very interesting. Because if Jeff Neal turns up, it could be interesting. Genuinely. Jeff Neal's a monster. Or he's really shit. It depends on the day. Etu, Tim. He's an absolute beauty for sure. I enjoy his videos a lot. They're the perfect amount, Chris Gray. They're like he's very smart at like he's got his 10-minute like medium length videos that are really entertaining. And then he's got like his long form pods which are really entertaining as well. And the banter's there. And those two fuckers he talks with Cockney accent better than the audio vomit coming out your mouth right now. I tried to hold it in. You did well. You got through about 60 seconds there. Well done to you. You're an Australian, aren't you, Leroy? You shouldn't be talking about accents, you filthy scum. I would love to see how you pick up a woman. Hey, baby. Come here, baby. Get over here. The fighting nerds are literally unstoppable. They are literally the future GOAT. The fighting nerds collectively are the GOAT. Uh, y'all aggressive with that nerd hate. Come on now, don't be jealous. I am a little bit jealous. But I've been a big fan of the fighting nerds for ages. But yeah, Silver for me is the guy who I think has the most potential. I think. Lane's Brazil bias greater than Skin's Daggy bias? That's a good question. Lane does have Brazil bias, but it's not mate, you're not slinging dick anywhere with that accent. You're not fooling anyone. You've probably got a better chance of slinging dick in Canada though than you do in your own country, to be fair. They're quite they do a lot of charity work in Canada. I imagine you be in a Canadian bar and be like, "All right, take me home." Canadians are those kind of people. You know, the old charity smash. That's how Leroy sounds. Come here, baby. Well-founded bias, 100%. 100%. Lane picked two of the Brazilians tonight. I think pound for pound, if we're talking about which nations have the best like pound, like if it was like pound for pound, if you had to put all the fighters together, it'd be Brazil. Brazil has the most good fighters. And they're the most into MMA. Like MMA is basically a religion for those fuckers. It's football and kicking the shit out of each other. That's how Brazilians do. Lol, Juice Man, I didn't know you had beef with Anakin. Anakin is Anakin is interesting. I love Anakin, by the way. I've got a lot of time for him. He's been on a bit of a wild one lately with like clown show and stuff. It's interesting. Anakin's gone to the dark side. He should change his name to Darth. Just officially make it official. Holy smokes! I've just had one of my very first shorts go over 200 likes. Wowza! But no, I don't think he's got beef with Anakin. Well, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Dubin has massive skills. Is Dubin the one who fucking smashed out that girl the other in the Contender Series? Is that the same girl? Where she was like a heavy underdog and then she fucking chinned out this girl. Darth Ank. Because that's how we roll, G. He's a clown slave. What'd you expect? Snake in the grass. I don't really have that much to get. Oh, by the way, do Ben smash or pass? She's an underdog again. Why do we have a 3-2 fighter in the UFC? What the and she's a minus 300 favorite. Oh, wow. Are we going smash or pass for this Juben girl? And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong as well. Oh, yeah, the overhand right. And she was like a minus 600. I'm pretty sure I lost money on her. Petition to add bra size to W. That would make it far more interesting. And body count as well. I think body count should be relevant. Got to get back to it. Much love to it, Frankie. Great to see you here, Leroy. And shout out to the Fight Week show and all the boys over there. Fucking love you, dudes. Who do you have in the main event? I've got Marvin, the Italian Dream. Vettori. I think he's gonna chin his way to the. It was a Chris Eubank. It was a Chris Eubank short. Chris Eubank Jr. short. One I did yesterday. Most likes I've ever got on a video. Crazy. I'm looking forward to that debate. She looks all right. I would smash. 100% smash. No hesitation. No, now that she's doing all this stuff, I'm not. Now that she's puffing her, she looked a little bit manly in that one. But yeah, I still would. Bit chunky for me, but I would. Yeah, my shorts generally do much better than like my main videos. I should just give it up. I should just stick to the shorts game. Just embrace it. Why is this Judice a -300 favorite? This fucking dollar store Dakota Achiever. Fair play to her though. They're giving it a go, these two. They're throwing hands. Fair play to them. Stocky broads get down. I'm with you on that as well, bro. We've discussed this in this channel many times. If they're like a 2 from the neck up, but they're a 10 from the neck down, they are the ideal smash material all day long. Yeah, first fight started. I've got it here over my shoulder. I figure I'll hang around for a little bit until I get bored because it is still early doors yet. It's only 8 o'clock. Actually, casual. Lol. Can you not see with your eyes? You need to be more different size titty women, bro. I think it's a factor though. I think sweater meat is a factor. Oh, she tried to do an overhand and fell over, and now she's getting pieced up. Fair play to her though. This woman's 6-2, and she's a heavy underdog. This Judice woman she's doing quite well with the teeps, I guess. Does Duben not have great big fat tits? I mean, she looks all right for her size. They're not. It's hard to tell with these UFC vests though, because they do curtail things a little bit. I'm gonna pump out some AI shorts for the videos I've done today. Maybe that will help my sub count. Oh, she's knocked her out. Wow, you were right. Someone was right. Wow, she got fucking slept. I guess all that 3 and 2 talk was a bit premature. But her face looks fucking destroyed as well, though. Was that a head kick? Yeah, I'm going top 3 women's MMA fights of all time. Right there. They scrapped it out and then we had a head kick finish. Well done to these slags. Good job, Tots. Well done. Let's see that again. I kind of missed it. Oh, she kneed her right in the face. Oh, knee connection right to the chin. It was unfortunate the way she stepped. Yeah, top of the shin rather. Top of the shin bone, right? She just leaned down right at the wrong moment. Oh, that's nasty. Goodbye. Damn, I was gonna give her some juice too. Yeah, she's probably more. She'd probably be more up for it now. Her stock has dropped. You know, if she won, she might be more inclined to turn you down. But yeah, a women's fight to start the night, and it's a KO. I know that there are many fuckers in this chat who bet on the over for that one, and are now just crying into their betting slips. I don't even trust women to do that anymore. Duben definitely has great big fat tits. It's just a sports bra, optical illusion. I'm with you on that. She's still managing to get some jiggle even with the sports bra. So definitely one to watch out for on OnlyFans. Literally, as soon as she gets back to the hotel, she's gonna be firing that shit up. Jessica Andrade style. I don't care. I stand for my big watching it. History says the next 2,670,005 women's fights will go all theirs or 5 rounds. We get some women's KOs once in a blue moon. There goes my shit pick. Did you pick titties? I've got to say, yeah, titties are not a good base for MMA. They aren't. I don't even know what these women look like. You're not missing anything. I mean, we know, Tim, yeah, that women's MMA fighters are capped at a 5. There are a few exceptions. We talked about this, but the hotness of women's MMA fighters, you know how in the real world they're capped at 10? Women's MMA fighters are just capped at 5s. But you got a few that squeak through. There's a few that are like 7s, respectable 7s, but generally 5 is as good as it gets. Sadly. Oh yeah, True Lane actually had Judice. Well done to you, Lane. I don't even know who this bitch is. Imagine getting folded by somebody that's 3-2. Imagine the humiliation and doing it for about 10 grand. Yeah, word prediction fucks me, soz, bro. It's alright, bro. I'm here for you. I mean, don't get me wrong, Timmy. There are one or two that slipped over the barrier, but not many. Always sad to see big boobs lose. I've got to agree. Because when they start getting it into their idea or getting it into their heads that, they need to stop, then we can't jerk off and watch the fights anymore. Oh, I mean, that was a nice like question mark kick to set that up. She was piecing her up a bit, to be fair. How you doing, Parafrog the Ninja? What's good, Paradox? You good, bro? Giuliano with another dog shit pick, yeah? Somebody needs to be doing a Giuliano tracker. Giuliano is going to embarrass me by the year's end, though. I cannot believe I was stupid enough to take that bet. I'm probably going to be the only person on MMA YouTube who's going to have to pay out Giuliano. I know he wins his bets with the bookies and whatnot, but his record with one-on-one is not amazing. Yeah, I stayed the fuck away from this one. I'll be honest, and I'm glad that I did. I didn't do an over. I didn't do an under. Oh, to be fair, Josian No Neck Nunez is up next. It is true. It is true, Tibby. It's true. I stand by it. I stand by it. I mean, look at these monsters. That's the dude. Priscilla Cachoeira is a fucking man. Imagine if that came at you in a bar. Giuliano's currently ducking a bet with me. Hmm. She is the human Angry Bird. Yeah, these women are fucking foul. I mean, Josiane No Neck Nunez is some kind of lab experiment. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her. She is rotted as fuck. Clearly got a dick as well. But that should be a good scrap because she throws hands. She looks really goofy, but she throws hands at least. Yeah, jiggle physics. Who's got the best sweater meat in the UFC? And if you guys say Mackenzie Dern, I'm fucking leaving. Who's got the best sweater meat in the UFC? Legit question. It was a good KO. She was a little bit lucky because the titties did bow down a little bit and got caught just as she was coming in. But hey, she timed her. Good job. Yeah, Nunes has no neck. She does look like a turtle. Gio is quite Gio is always confident. Gio like Gio is I give him a lot of credit, yeah. Gio glazes over his bad picks so well and then glazes his correct picks as well. It's a masterful thing to do. Does Brooklyn Wren count? Let's see. No, she's a ring girl. She would get it. She's a bit tall though. I mean, 178 centimeters is taller than me. Oh yeah, DQ for Mackenzie Dern. That's what I'm saying. Remember when she got bloodied by Valentina Shevchenko? God, that was bloody. Yeah. Mackenzie Dern and Jocelyn Ed. You've lost your fucking mind, sir. Ring girls don't count. At least you got a bet in with him. I need to start getting me some of this Giuliano money because I'm going to be down hard when that fucking Aspinall and Jones fight gets announced any day now. I've pretty much given up on that ever being a prospect. I mean, Giuliano seems to be in a better position than even I am, so fair play to him. Something about Giuliano screams old money to me. Do Ben might be the boob goat? Do you know what the shocking thing is here? I'm a pervert. We all know I'm a pervert. I mean, I'm a massive pervert. I can't think of anyone. I mean, I was thinking like Baby Shark, but I just think she's hot in general. But I don't think the sweater meat's all there. Let's see Baby Shark. Baby Shark titties. You know, some children's program came up. That's ruined. That's ruined my search history. Little boo, but it's funny. Frankie, it's worth losing that bet tonight. What do you mean? Oh, losing that bet to see the fight. You're 100% right. I mean, it's only $300. I mean, I almost make that in an hour. But it's just a principle, mate. To be fair, it was a good night to play it safe. I get it. Yeah, I'm with that as well. Share with chat, bro. Lane, you need to single bet doll, but only the ones you're sure of. Jules is wrong on that. I'm not betting today, just playing. I mean, I love Giuliano, and whatever he's doing is clearly working for him. The only thing that I'm a bit skeptical of in his vernacular is when he says that fighters are locks. That's the only thing I disagree with on Giuliano. I do disagree with his picks and whatnot. I think it's actually $400. He insisted on it being 300 English pounds, which was very, very sneaky of him. But I would pay that to see John Jones get flatlined. I'll gladly hand over those. But then if I lose £300 and John Jones flatlines him, it's going to be fucking the worst night of my life. But yeah, that's the only thing with Giuliano that I have issues with, because some people out there follow people, they follow people's bets blindly, and calling somebody a lock is dangerous because nobody's really a lock, because human beings, especially fighters, are fucking retards, and they might have all the skill advantages. However, how often do we see someone go in there and shit the bed just because they're dumb? I just had some brose, not a lot, and he smokes on streams. I really miss smoking. I really do. I miss the feeling. It was great being a smoker back in the day. I genuinely miss it. I mean, I'm glad that I don't do it anymore because it stinks of shit, and obviously it's really bad for you. But I miss it a shitload. I genuinely do. Yeah, you losing using locks as a betting term is fucking amateur. I think it's a bit. I just think it's dangerous. I think it's a very, very dangerous thing to say. You know. Oh, booze! I got you. I think it's a very, very dangerous thing to say. I think when certainly when people are impressionable and they believe in you. What's going on, CJ? Lala Jackson, how are you doing? I hope you and your husband are well. I hope your children are well. We need to get things going again, milady. Because I'm beginning to forget what your face looks like, which should never be allowed. I miss smoking pole too. I asked for it. I asked for that. Good to see you. Good to see you, CJ. And much love to all the family. I know Jax wanted to make a video last week, but you got caught up doing something. That's a man. Yeah, Cachoeira's a man. She's definitely got a penis tucked in there somewhere. We'll have a cheeky smoke up, bro. We're gonna get high as fuck. We're gonna do shrooms. We're gonna do it all. Basically, that it's just write it down. Get it on the list. Lane, if I was pro gambling, I would. I got a tip on the horses yesterday that paid $7 and didn't get time on it and didn't care. Whereas 15 years ago, tips were my first priority on Saturday mornings and done before night. Yeah, if you know, that's the thing. Gambling. There's a lot of illegal shit that goes on. It's about getting in with the right people, and you can make fuckloads. I quit on St. Paddy's Day. Fucking hell. Last year or this year. So you quit like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. And he vapes as well. I used to vape on stream and I quit. I quit the same day that I quit drinking. You're doing a full watch along? Hell no. Hell no. I'll probably hang around for another 15, 20. We'll see how things go. I'll hang around for another 15. There's no way I'm doing the whole card. I ain't got the stomach for it. I'm probably gonna wait to see. In fact, is Dougie on? My boy Doug. Because I fucked up last. Oh, Brutali's on as well, and Dougie's Corner's on, and Orange Cat's on. Nah, Lorenzo Predicts is on, but he gives a fuck about that. There are loads of people. How the fuck do I have 27 people in here? And Ronan's on, and Orange Cat's on, and Split Decisions on, and Kyrie's on. MMA Holes is on. MMA Plugs on as well. Fucking, how do I have anyone in here? Isn't Paddy's Day Monday? Is it? Isn't it on the? It's on the 17th or the 24th. I can't. Justin Mad Nunez. I'm not a fan of vaping, but sometimes I used to love vaping. I'll be real. I stopped smoking weed when I was 23. So the day that I finished my masters, I was like, I'm done with this shit. It's time. I threw the weed away, shaved off my head or my hair. I had long hair all the way down to the bottom of my back. Got rid of all of it, and I started making that money. Oh, St. Paddy's on Monday. Oh, you'll quit after St. Paddy's Day. That's because you're chilled as fuck. I fucking love you, fool. So it's on Monday. I'm embarrassed as an Irishman. I should be knowing that. Maybe I should start again on Paddy's Day and ask when I haven't, bruv. I'm not even a beans on cheesy toast guy. I know that's sacrilegious for somebody who's from here. I don't like beans and cheese. I like beans. I like beans in a fucking fry up. Because I mean, who doesn't? Beans and sausage. But beans and cheese, I'm not really huge on. Maybe it's because I haven't had it for a long time. Because you're a based, immortal cunt, Frankie. That's why. You legend, Tim. And I'm glad that the word cunt is now slipping through into my chat. It's beautiful. YouTube's finally sorting their act up. You missed a few of my comments. I don't think there were any MMA content creators in YouTube in 2009. Probably not. I would say they're probably, well, I mean, MMA Guru only really started in what, 2016, 2017? He's not really been around for, considering how big he is now. MMA Guru for his first 2 years had 500 subscribers, and I know because I was one of them. Beans and hot dogs. I mean, Angie, that's just, this woman looks scary. This should be a scrap. Yep, they're going at it. This is what I'm saying here. I love this. Fair play to Cachoeira. She's going toe to toe with this no neck. Josie and Nunez fight. Oh, she's wobbled her already. This could be over in the first round as well. Cheesy garlic bread with beans, bacon, and fried egg goes hard as fuck. You damn right it does. Oh, Josie and Nunez is going weird. Oh, she's swinging. This fair play to these hoes. They are. I mean, they're not really women. Let's be honest. This is as close to a male fight as we're going to get on this card, or early on anyway. Fair play to them. They're going for it. Beans and hot dogs in a tin was just goated. I don't know how that was ever allowed to pass any kind of safety test. But you're right, man. Beans and fucking hot dogs in a tin were fucking goated. No, I mean the UFC's been decent for a while now, but you're right. The last 10, basically, Conor McGregor took them to the next level. But they had pay-per-views that were hitting near a million, well, over 500,000 before McGregor came along. So they were established. I just learned that beans on toast was actually invented and first had an American chap. That sentence started out so well. But yeah, Torrin, you're right. That tall bitch looks like the Highlander. Like the crackhead Highlander. Like, Highlander if he like, skipped the mission and just started doing meth under a bridge. That version of Highlander. Rogan is right about how great these Apex cards are. So intimate and quiet with no atmosphere or energy at all. Awesome. The one thing I would say is, when they first had the Apex, I kind of enjoyed it, because, it was very, very weird, being able to hear, like, all the punches that were landed and hearing the corner. There was value to that. I enjoyed it, but it got dull very, very quickly. Now there's no excuse to not have a crowd. These two are scrapping. Yeah, he hit the UFC scene at about. So I started watching in Anderson Silva's pomp. 70 years ago, when an Italian man was forced to witness pineapple being put on pizza. Yeah, that's some sad. I'll be honest with you though. I know this is probably gonna disgust you. I never put pineapple on pizza, but I have tried it, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's actually kind of decent. It works. Oh, she flatlined her! Oh my god. What the fuck is going on in the timeline just shifted, boys. The time who said somebody said this earlier on. Somebody said earlier on that we're gonna get flatline KOs with these women. S- this fight card's about to be special. Two women. Oh my god. Let's see this again. I was so looking at this out the corner of my eye. Oh, that was a dirty shovel hook. Oh, no neck got flatlined. Oh, look at that. Her neck, you see her head didn't even move. Oh my god. Bink. Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's dead. Do you know what? CJ, I've actually realized I've missed doing these watch alongs as well. And the thing is, yeah, I would do them, yeah, but it's just my channel's not big enough to be doing watch alongs as well. They're just not. These girls, here's the thing, fair play to all four of them because they all came to scrap. This should be a lesson to all these slags in the MMA community. Go out there and put it on the fucking line. Yeah, Paradox is balling these days. He can probably float you 100. These ladies heard that even cucked feminist ally Luke Thomas was hitting on women's MMA and they're fighting back. This is it. This is it. We've had a timeline shift. We've moved from the beta timeline back to the alpha timeline. Damn, Docs, did you drop a pics video? Give him some I think I need to give him a shout, you know. I barely have money for petrol. Bro, I don't even drive anymore. I think, lads, I think I'm gonna call it a day. And I think I'm gonna send you guys over to Brutally Honest. Hang on, because I think he's staying on for the whole card. I'm gonna put 2, and I'm gonna put Brutally Honest in, and I'm gonna put Dougie's Corner in, and you guys can take your pick because my son is still awake, and if I don't put him to bed soon, I'm gonna be fucked for him in school next week. So let me find Dougie's Corner as well. Dougie's Corner's at 2.25K, you little legend. They just kissed each other. Of course they did. Of course they did. Guys, much love to all of you. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing an open panel. I'm going to jump on pretty early because Bodak's going on. Newcastle are playing tomorrow in the Carabao Cup final as well. So I'm going to be back for that. No worries, Westy. Shout out to you. I've put Brutally Honest MMA and Dougie's Corner in the chat. If you guys could get over to them and show them some support tonight. It's a lonely business doing lives. But no, shout out to all of you boys. Enjoy the rest of the card. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably be on earlier tomorrow than usual. And I'll do like 2.5 hours. And hopefully some of you fuckers will have the cojones to get on here live. Anyway, shout out to you boys. Have a wonderful rest of the cards. You'll probably see me pop up in someone's live chat as well. Much love, boys and girls. Thank you so much for turning up. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Take it easy, Tilly. Take it easy, Chris, Westy, Andrew, all you boys. Love you all. JPL, actual casual. Shout out to you for turning up. You've been very entertaining. Paradox, of course, you Gaz Ninja, Fall, Torren, Juice Man, CJ, of course. I think I said Torren, but shout out to you as well. Matua, and everyone who turned up. Aaron Capricorn, shout out to you as well. Everyone who came here early and hung out with me on Saturday night. I really appreciate every single one of you. Much love. Give those guys some support.